right, good morning out there. So, let's check. See if we're actually up there. All right, good morning out there. Okay, so, and we're live. And with good sound. Good morning. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Welcome to Coffee and Resales, where we talk about, my name's Ryan, and I buy and sell stuff from flea markets, thrift stores, garage sales, and similar places. Try to make a few bucks online. It's the day after Christmas, and I sold stuff. I sold some good stuff. I got a box full of good stuff, but that's going to be at the next stream. But today was a surprise because I don't know that I was really expecting to sell a couple of things that I sold and a couple of things that sold really fast, a couple of things that took a while, but that's okay. But I may have netted over $200 in net. Close to $200 in some over sales. So we're going to go over that this morning. And tomorrow morning, I got a box of stuff for about $100 that I think I might be able to turn into $300. And that is probably going to be tomorrow's stream because I don't know how much I'm going to sell today. So let's jump into this. I'm going to have to plug my phone in after this. Anyway, there's a problem with my items. There should not be a problem with my items because my electricity is on. And that means I have a router. Okay. First off, this is the third antique book lot that I sold in the last 2 weeks after having them up probably for 3 to 6 months. It's been about that long. It feels that long, maybe not quite, but 3 months. Maybe 3 months is better. $15. These are, I build these as small antique books. These aren't real big. I picked all of these up $2 a piece or less. A couple of these I know were a dime a piece. So this is a pretty good find. Pretty good little flip. Also, it's a handful of stuff out the door that I wasn't sure after the new year what I was going to be able to do with. But this continues to sort of reinforce something I like to do, which is lot up antique books. So you got to give them 50 cents to $1. Pre-war, maybe a little bit later. I actually have a few books that I'm going to try that may be from the 60s. So I may try. A few of those I'm going to try like that. But there's that. I think I have I've got a couple sitting right there, and I may have a handful more books laying around here and there that I can do another lot like that on, and that'll be good. So $15 for, I think that's 6 books. So, that'll be $5 shipping, $6 shipping. So I'll make a little bit of money, and particularly I'll at least get my money back out of them and have them out the door. So, which is always good for an experiment. At least you get something back out of it. So, next up is this thing that I got last week. This was fast sale. I sold this for $15. The old books were $13. This was $15. Haunted House, Trace and Rub. Sort of an old school coloring book with tracing paper that you can trace out the pages and color those or something. So it's sort of a dual, triple use. But it was a neat find. I'm pretty sure this was at the Goodwill, 50 cents. Because it was a kid's paperback. So $15. There weren't really any comps on it. But there were only 2 for sale, and those were at 25 and 30 bucks. I started this at, and there weren't any sales in the last 90 days, so I knew those two were probably high. So I started this at 20 and took 15. So there you go. That's how you use comps. Is you find something that may have a high price on it. Put if it hasn't sold though, you take it a little lower. Now around Halloween, that may go closer to $25, but it ain't around Halloween, and I need to get things sold. So let's do that. All right, next up. Next up, let's skip that one. 3 good sales in a row. 3 good sales. This next one was $27. And I picked this up last week, like Thursday. Always on Sunday by Bobby Lane. It is a football biography. The inside story of professional football by the game's most controversial star. This is an older book. This may be the only book about this guy. So there may be some news stories and that sort of thing out there about him. But for biographies and for football historians, this may be a pretty decent book to grab. It is for somebody because this was $27. Very good condition. This is one of those I almost wish I did some. And I may do this in the future if I kind of get the space and the knowledge. This almost needs to be wrapped. Like in get a Mylar type cover on it. So, but this is a neat little find. Good book, $27. All right, next up, 2 $40 sales in the 40s. Both of these in the 40s. That was in the 40s. Okay, no, this is in 35. I thought I was going to get more for this, but that's fine too. But this is neat. This is, size-wise, you'd almost think it was like Adventure People, that the late 70s action figures that, that like Star Wars and the G.I. Joe, that size that they were kind of based on, was the Adventure People. This is a 1960s Eldon catamaran toy sailboat. So it is, I think this is 118, or it's real close to it. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's smaller. Never mind on that. Anyway, still pretty cool. This had a mast and some sails, and that thing, with that, it's pretty good. So this is basically a shell that's in good condition. 1960s catamaran, $35. I thought I was going to get about twice that for it, but I think it only cost me $3 or $4. And it was almost, I thought it was Fisher Price Adventure People when I grabbed it. I didn't even look it up that hard. I knew right away that this was an unusual boat. From the style and the feel of the plastic and the colors and that sort of thing, I knew this was 60s, 70s. So it was, I almost didn't have to look twice at it. It still has some of the rudders and steering right there. So this is a neat find, fun bit. And so thankfully, I'll have a good box for it because it was Christmas. And there were boxes everywhere. And I got boxes. So that was good. So anyway, $35 for that. Next, another find, and I took a chance on these. These were Goodwill, so I think these were $2 a piece. Diesel engine operation, reassembly, and teardown. $44. I had them. I put them up for $50. I was like, these were from like a local tech school. So these were some sort of educational DVDs from there, and they're from a company that puts out educational materials. And I figured, and there really weren't good comps on anything like this. There were a couple DVDs and that sort of thing. I kind of went off of those a little bit on diesel stuff. So 3 DVDs, $44. So, goodness knows, and I may have been shorted myself. I may have shorted. You know, this may have been a bit. I may have been able to get. This may be $100 set, but I had no good comps to do it. I don't even think Terapeak had anything good to go with it. But that's a good find. That's a nice flip, and nice fast flip. So, finally, good one. I went. Me and some of my kids hit a yard garage sales early fall. I guess it was. It wasn't. It may have even started to get a little chilly. But I hit a day where I got this jacket. I've got one more down there, and I got the Korean War stuff all in the same day. And it was coat day or something at yard sales for Ryan. I don't know. But this is neat. This is a polo. Nice denim jacket, flannel lined. This fit me, and if I needed it, I'd have kept it. I almost did. $127 at the door. And so, good shape. And I immediately saw it was like $2. I saw it, and I didn't even look it up. I was like, polo jacket, flannel lining. Yeah, I'm grabbing that. There's one that goes for that almost just like this. It goes for a whole lot more. That the flannel is the Aztec pattern. And that's kind of big down in the southeast. That goes for a lot of money. That's like a $300-$400 jacket. This one, $127. Good condition. Good quality coat. A little envious of whoever's buying it. It's not cold enough here and I've got enough jackets and stuff. It's not cold enough here for me really to warrant me grabbing this. Hanging on to it. So, that somebody's going to get him a good jacket. And this actually probably be an okay work jacket. If you're out on a job site or something. So it's got a good patina to it. It had a little wear. It's been broke in. There's no tears on it. There's no loose threads. This is neat. It's a neat coat, and I'm talking myself, and I can't talk myself into it. So that was sales. If you're watching this, we're up to a 40-something subscribers at this point, which I know may not be a lot for some of y'all, but I'm working toward there. So if you're there, like, comment, subscribe. If you sold something over the Christmas holidays, put it down there. Let's see what you got. And let's get it out the door, and let's work toward getting some stuff liquidated. And let's get a good new year going. And tomorrow, I got a box of toys. I've got a box of old toys. I'm hoping it's tomorrow. And we're going to open it. I haven't even opened it yet. I kind of know what's in it, but we're going to open it live